Hey guys, when the difference between winning and losing comes down to quality, choose Addicted Marine Performance Parts. What do they do, Hayden?
You know what? They're your go-to source for high-quality billet aluminium parts. Originally engineered for the intensity of race boats, but now it's available to upgrade your ski boat.
Very nice.
You know, they also specialise in cab plate hardware, performance-driven steering components and internal fit-out accessories. And they also supply Argo V drives and all the accessories to go along with them.
That they do. If you demand the best in marine components, remember one name, Addicted Marine Performance Parts.
Everybody out there, I want to know, who wants to go fast? Let's go one
Welcome back to another episode of the High Speed Garage, where there's usually three of us, but today there's two. Because Hayden's decided to leave us and
Got joined the pirate life.
Go and join some fun holiday on a boat. So, F you, Hayden.
Yeah.
We'll hold the fort up, mate. You're right. You go on holidays whenever you need.
I'll let you have this one. I had 2 off last year.
Let's shout the sponsors out. Elite Forklifts and Access Equipment, Contrast Printing, Chop Sanitizing, and Addicted Marine Performance Parts. Thank them guys for keeping us going. I had a bit of a busy weekend. Joel, you was obviously away.
I did have a busy weekend, sort of. Busy driving. I did 1,400 Ks, 13 hours in the car.
Fuck that.
All on my own.
We can get into that in sport, I suppose.
Yeah.
On Thursday night we went out though, didn't we?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we went to
went down to the Lease Club down here.
No one probably would have done it before. What was it? Music bingo.
It was music bingo. So they just basically play a song.
49 seconds or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was probably 50 seconds.
Yeah.
For the music, they play music for 50 seconds. You got to work the song out. Well, you don't really have to work it out because he said you don't have to work the song out. It's not trivia. He will tell you.
The microphone was a bit average, so we sort of had Shazam
playing
we had
just
that
in
guy
case. To help us with songs, and we just had a bingo card, and if you got the right number of lines, then you yell at bingo and you fucking win a prize.
It wasn't some bingos you got to have 2, one across and one down. But this was just 2 lines of diagonals
and any which way you wanted to get them.
Yeah,
that was all a bit of fun.
Yeah,
had a few cocktails while.
Yeah, we had a fair few beers actually.
Had the kids with us too, which was all right. Just send them out the playground. It was raining outside.
They run around.
That'd be right. The pub was pretty packed too, actually.
Yeah. They all, the staff was whinging.
Yeah, they were whinging because they were understaffed.
100 odd people in the auditorium for the bingo. 2 staff behind the bar.
Yeah, we mainly went down there to sign up for the footy tipping at the club. Which
they got it on, did they, in the end?
Yeah, they got it on. I put your tips in for you while you was away.
Yeah, that's what I was spewing because I went Wednesday to put it to sign up and it wasn't ready, and then I went back when we went back to Thursday. I went to sign up. No, we need 30 players. I was like, fuck, I thought would have had that already.
Yeah, they would have shipped that in by the end of it.
But I reckon they got 13 that night.
Yeah,
so
and they still had a couple of days to go.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, they would have killed it by the end. But yeah, a couple of us won bingo, so we went with Banksy and his missus. And,
I got...
Greg won 1 prize.
Yeah, in the first game I got 3rd, so I got a drink voucher.
Yeah, Joel won a prize.
And then Banksy got second.
Second, yeah.
Second in the second one.
And
Bree got up and done what she did dance.
So they had a few little random prizes to give out once the song was sort of going. If someone wanted to get up and have a dance or a sing along to that particular song, he'd give you a drink voucher. So
I can't remember the song she got up and danced for.
She got up and danced to a couple, I think. One she took the kids up.
No, she did the Macarena. The second one was the Macarena.
Yeah, had the kids up there with her doing that.
But the first one was all on her own in front of 100 people.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck that. I heard a thing today, actually, about being embarrassed with that kind of stuff. It's all just you.
Yeah, I heard that.
It's just your own feeling. You're the only person that can make you get embarrassed.
What was
Just I got embarrassed once and I got over it because it wasn't fun.
I didn't like that.
it. Oh, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I thought that was a good mindset to have that.
Yeah. So that was our Thursday night. Friday, obviously, I didn't have to go to work Friday, so I got up and took the kids to school. That was fucking pretty funny. We got out the front door, and as you know, you've been to my house plenty of times.
Yeah.
Got shitloads of frogs around the joint.
Oh, yeah, would do with all the rain.
Yeah. So anyway, Alira's running a bit late, and I'm up. Hurry up, get ready, put your bag on, get out the front, put your shoes on. She's taking her time. Toby's standing up the driveway, waiting to walk up the road. Alira puts a foot in a shoe and goes, "Ugh, there's something in my shoe, Dad." And I was like, "There's nothing in your shoe. Put your shoe on. Hurry up." Like, just thought she was procrastinating.
Yeah.
Anyway, she goes, "No, there's something in my shoe." So I looked in there and I could see like this little frog's leg. Like, it's a pretty big frog. Would have took up the whole front of her shoe.
Yeah.
She's tried to
Just
stuff
jam her
her
in
foot
there.
in there. And I said, and I just giggled. I said, "Oh, it's a frog." And she shit herself and ran away from her shoe. And I was like, "You've already put your foot in there. Don't worry about it." And then I shook him out. He was like a palm-sized frog.
Yeah.
And then he's jumped around and whatever else. And I said, "Hurry up, put your shoe on, go off to school." So I don't know where that frog ended up. Probably ended up in someone else's shoe out the front. But
You still
Yeah.
got them in your fish tank?
nah, they left that. And I don't think there's enough water in there now. It's all
Oh, yeah.
evaporated and it's a bit dry for them probably. But yeah, that was pretty funny. And then, yeah, over the weekend I did a bit of work on my boat. Did a bit of glassing for some mods.
I've seen those photos.
Yeah. Still a long way to go, but
And it's not,
we're getting there.
it's, what have we got? 6 weeks, I think.
Yeah. Something like that.
1, 2.
It'll be done by the end of this month. Be done.
Yeah, well, say
be done in a couple of weeks.
5.5 weeks, 6 weeks, really.
Yeah. Once I get a little bit of a break from the work I got going on at home, which will probably be the end of this week, I should get most of it sort of done by.
Tell everyone no more.
I'll rip right in and should be ready. I'm hoping so it's my daughter's birthday in a couple of weeks. I'm hoping it'll be done by then, or the main part be done, like the fiberglass, and be done, and then I can just sort of fair it in with a bit of epoxy and whatever else, and then the next week maybe flip it up the right way. And
Yep.
yeah, I don't know how the engine's going. That's Dad's department, but it only needs some rings and a couple of little mods here and there, but it's looking pretty good. So
I didn't think it was, I thought it was all nearly going back together, actually.
yeah, I haven't spoken to Dad for a little while. I was going to ring him today, but I got a bit busy and just didn't. So but yeah, other than that, Sunday I didn't watch the footy, but I had KO on my phone and I had my headphones on while I was working on the boat, so I was listening to it, and I was pretty stoked with it.
Yeah, right.
'Cause
I hadn't had a message about Monday work,
oh yeah,
and I was like, ooh, I could stay in Yarra. Because Reese and Doggy were staying there.
oh yeah,
And probably a couple others. And I was like, ooh. I was then packed, because I'll tell that anyway, but packed up, and I was like, we'll take the transport. He's left the transport down there, back at Mikey's. And I'll just ring on the way there just to see what the situation is.
yeah.
And they're like, oh, no, there's not much on. There's still stuff coming in. I'll let you know later. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, I'll have to go, because if I stay,
Yeah,
I'll be
you'll have to
fucking
do
4
something.
beers in, and I'll get
Yeah,
a message, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting home at midnight.
Yeah.
So lucky I did, because I worked.
Oh, that's all right.
But yeah, I was fucking, because I don't have KO or nothing, so I was on the NRL app just refreshing it,
Oh yeah,
especially for the Dogs game, because that's with me big eater.
yeah. Yeah, well, I'm obviously a Dogs fan, and I was half wanting them to lose to knock people out of the big
Oh,
hitter.
there were not 5 of us out if they lost.
4, I think.
Or was it?
But one person's already knocked out because he took the Cowboys.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, Dave took the Cowboys, so he's gone.
Oh, so that's why he's fucking onto it.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, he took the Cowboys, so he was out first game.
fuck!
First
I
game
wish
of
I
the
was
year
seeing
gone.
that. I would have fucking give him heaps.
Yeah, my game's still yet to come, so I'm not going to chirp too much.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can get into the footy, Tim, when we get to that segment a little later. I suppose might as well talk the rest of your weekend. We'll get right into sport, eh?
Meh, fucking meow.
As you probably guessed, we've got Chelsea here to talk about F1.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Nah, it's probably a bit close. Probably would have been better last week, I reckon, but
Didn't
why
really think
not?
about it.
Everyone can listen to this and then they can go turn Melbourne on,
Yeah.
basically, as soon as they finish listening.
are you going?
Look,
Can't keep away.
we obviously record these a little bit earlier than the day of. So currently, I'm not going for the race.
But you'll be in Melbourne.
No. So I am heading to Melbourne this week, but I'm actually going to be there on Thursday. And that's because I decided that I should run 5K after never running anything in my life.
You weirdo.
Gatorade partnered up with Formula One for the first time ever to do a first of its kind on the track activation during a race weekend. So I was just like, I should be a part of that, you know?
So you're running the track?
Yeah, I'm running the track. It's called Gatorade Run the Track.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So it's 5.3K. You get 40 minutes to do it, which for someone who's never run before in their life could be an issue.
Fuck yeah.
Nah, you'd be right.
I don't want to be picked up by a car and driven to the finish line because that is what will happen if I've not finished in time.
Well, that's good motivation.
It is. Yeah, it is. And look, I signed up. I spoke to my husband and said, do you think this is totally ridiculous? It's a week away. Should I sign up for this or not? And he goes, you're going to do it anyway. So, probably just do it. So I did. The day that I signed up, I went and bought some running shoes because, literally never been for a run in my life. I play netball though, so I've got a bit of fitness. And I did do a practice run at home. I did 5.2K and I did it in 45 minutes.
Yeah, you're shit in 40 minutes.
I had a kid with me though as well. I had Arlo behind me on the bike, so I had to keep pulling over for him and making sure he wasn't driving into traffic and stuff.
You'll do it easy.
So I think I'll be right. But I'm looking forward to it. I bought some AI glasses so I can send you some footage. I'm going to wear them when I'm running so I can record
the meta ones or the...
Oh, God, no, the cheap ones. I ain't spending $500 on that. So currently flying into Melbourne Wednesday night, flying home Thursday night. That's the plan. That's what's booked.
Until you
Probably
get tickets.
Yeah. No, that is what will happen. I will come home Thursday night because accommodation on the Thursday night and Friday nights are impossible to get. But I do have accommodation booked for Saturday night just in case.
Jesus.
So it's cancelable. So
so you might go back down.
I might go back down. The only way I'd go back down is if what I did last year, the volunteer thing where I went out on track during the national anthem and held up the flags. So where they get all the drivers lined up and they were kind of right next to us and we held these huge F1 75 flags and stuff like that. So I had been in contact with the company who did that and they were going to be looking for volunteers and they still haven't reached out.
Yeah, right.
So I'm just it's probably not going to happen. But there's a 2% chance I might go. We'll see what happens.
Can't help yourself.
I can't help myself. But yeah, but at the very least, I get to do this really cool activation with Gatorade and
yeah, that'd be cool.
It'll be some, good content and entertaining for everyone that likes to follow along. So it'll be good.
Yeah. So you've been watching the testing?
Yeah, look, I didn't watch a lot of the testing. I just sort of saw snippets here and there. I definitely wasn't waking up to watch full sessions this year. It wasn't happening for me. But look, what do we talk about first? Do we talk about the testing or should we talk about the regs? Because we haven't talked about...
Well, you can talk about the new regs if you want to.
Well, if we briefly go over it, so I don't know how much... I can't remember what we spoke about last time I was here. It was a while ago. But basically, obviously, completely new cars this year is what it is. It feels like it should be an even playing field. It feels like no one's got a leg up because they're all driving something they've never driven before, which is pretty exciting.
Looked like they had a lot of hassles with it in a few testing highlights I watched.
Lots of issues, and this is where you start to see the more technically minded drivers are going to start to pull ahead, right? Because they have a lot more work to do in the cars. Yep. So with the new regulations, high level, I've made a high level priority list here for you of the things that you guys should know or need to know. Changes that you'll visibly see. They have this new thing that they're calling active aero, right? So the drivers have the ability to adjust their front and rear wings at any point throughout the race. So they essentially have a corner mode and a straight mode. So in corner mode, it's regular settings as is. In a straight mode, though, they have the ability to lift the wings so that the drag, obviously you've got less drag.
So is they able to do that the whole race, or do they have to wait 2 laps in?
No. Available to them 24/7, as far as I'm aware. It should be available to them the whole time.
That true about the one that does
the rotating one? Yes. Yeah, Ferrari's one
Ferrari,
rotates. It's pretty neat. It looks really cool the way it does it, the little scoop motion. And I mean, it makes sense. It's going with the air, so you'd think. Because
there's the rule is it can only move for 4 of a second or something stupid like that.
A full rotation like that makes more sense because technically you're turning your wing upside down.
That's exactly what it is.
So it's
yeah.
lifting the back of the car up to make it even lighter than just,
Yeah.
Normal. So I like that one.
I just thought it was great to look at.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching it. So I think that's great. But yeah, so that's one of the ones that's the only one you'll actually be able to see unless you really know what cars look like, in which case, like, they're narrower and shorter than what they have been. They're 30 kilos lighter, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't see that on the TV.
You're not going to notice that. Yeah. The new buttons that everyone's talking about. So the drivers now have 3 new buttons on their gazillion button steering wheels.
I don't know how they work out what buttons are what.
Literally, I don't know how they keep up with it, but these should be prevalent buttons, like not ones they have to go into settings to find. So these will be 3 active buttons that we should be able to see on their steering wheels. So they have boost. Sounds like Mario Kart.
Nitrous.
Overtake and recharge. And they're pretty self-explanatory. So boost is like max power. You can use it anywhere on the track in attack or defense, as long as you've got enough charge in your battery. So that's like free game.
Okay.
Use it whenever, however, to do what you can.
Be good with strategy.
Yeah. Overtake, obviously, it's basically replacing DRS. Like, same thing. Everyone being like, there's no DRS this year. There's overtake. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yep.
So they get extra power from the engine unit, maximum power that they can draw from, but they have to be within 1 second of the car ahead.
Yeah, okay.
So same as the old DRS rules. And then recharge is literally just, it's an ongoing function throughout the entire race. The driver has more control over it now. They have to work with their engineers to know at what point during the race they should be recharging their batteries. And a lot of the battery recharge this year with the engine it's like, you guys know how hybrid cars work. It's like brake-based battery recharging. So they will be substantially slower on the laps where they're recharging because they're braking to recharge. It's the only way to get the juice back in.
Yeah,
right?
That'll make it interesting.
Yes. So engines, this stuff that you guys seem to know things about. So it's still a 1.6 litre turbo hybrid, but it's now a near 50-50 split, equally between petrol and battery.
What was it before?
Electric power.
Don't know.
That's gone from my brain. So yeah, like I said, to get that battery recharged, though, they require the braking, so they're going to be, I don't know, hard to tell yet if they're going to be that much slower.
Yeah.
I think we'll see the same lap times as what we have been in the past because they've got the extra.
Yeah, well, they've got a boost and stuff as
boost
well,
that they
as
can
well
use
as
whenever they want, like
and the active aero, which should speed the cars up essentially in a straight line every lap.
Yeah, exactly. So in general, then with that, they're looking at a lot less downforce, which means when you're following, so when you're chasing, it's easier. It's not as hard to stay on track or stay in your line.
Yeah.
But in general, way harder to drive because less grip. So again, be interesting to see. And then the last real update is they've also just had a whole bunch of safety updates, which they do pretty much every year. They get new safety updates, but the main ones are to the driver survival cell. So they've got a 23% increase, I think, in durability. I've heard a fact about that. I think that's the equivalent of 8 family cars. So the impact of 8 cars hitting that space is the improvement. So that's pretty cool. That's great. And the other safety component that I liked was the front wing. They've got heaps of them, obviously. The whole thing has been upgraded, but the front wing, the nose cone in particular, has a new braking section. So it's designed to brake away twice instead of just snapping off. It's designed to have the first part snap off on initial impact to allow for a second brake on a second impact. So if you're going to hit the wall multiple times, it's not as jarring on the second or third time.
2 crush zones.
Right? So that I was that's kind of cool. That's kind of innovative.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing, who do we think? Probably Lance Stroll smashing that up in
turn one.
Yeah. Or anyone really. I'll take any of them. But yeah, so that's 2026. That's what we're looking at. That's the high level updates, the things we need to know.
I've seen more stuff on socials this year than I have any other year about F1, and it makes me excited to sort of watch it and see what's going to go on the cars. Because like you say, they should all be pretty close because it's a level playing field, changing the car and the engine in one go. Yeah. It's they haven't done that before. So, yeah. Interesting to watch.
Anything that happened last year doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you're seeing heaps more of it because of the reg changes? Like, do you reckon that's why? Because people are like
yeah,
thinking
probably.
the same thing?
Yeah, because like during the testing and that, obviously there's heaps of cameras filming all that stuff, and everyone's getting snippets here and there of wings doing different things, what looks different on the car, and how different things work and things like that. So I reckon that's probably where it's coming from.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it looks good. It looks exciting. It's new. It's the only thing that makes me regret not going back to Melbourne again, right? Because you want to be the first
Well, where
to
are
see
you
them
gonna go
on
this year?
track. So this year I'm going to Madrid, Spain.
Yeah, that's right.
So going to the Mad Ring this
Yeah.
year. So, you can't win them all in this economy.
You can try.
Yeah. So speaking of testing, I'm always like, we said it last year when we did this review, but I take testing with a grain of salt always.
Yeah.
This year less so because the teams really didn't need the testing. They didn't have the ability, like people throw around that they're sandbagging or whatever every year. I don't think anyone was sandbagging this year because you didn't have the.
There's no
it's the first
back
time
data.
right?
Yeah.
You've got nothing to fall back on if you don't get the data.
I was going to go off
So-
sort of what you told us last year about, the most amount of laps is generally the thing with this new car. That's probably the go, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The more laps you can get in, the more data you can get over to make a better decision on what you need to do on the day.
Yeah, exactly. And so enter the biggest shock being Adrian Newey, and the Aston Martin's only got 128 laps in this year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
In all of testing, in all of preseason testing. So this year they also did the Barcelona shakedown, which was a separate testing period. It happened over 5 days in, I think it was January, end of Jan, start of Feb, somewhere around there. So that was a 5-day period. Teams still only got to be on track for 3 of those 5 days. They got to pick which 3, but that was additional. We always get 2 weeks of testing in Feb/March. That is the regular testing in Bahrain. They get 3 days at each week of testing, but this Bahrain shakedown was not a new concept. They've done it in the past whenever there's been huge changes.
Yeah,
right?
they
'Cause
need that
to
extra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they need to give them the opportunity to have extra time. But yeah, so 128 laps for Aston Martin as opposed to Mercedes, who got 432.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I heard a little rumour that the Aston Martin might not even be able to race because it might not make there's a lap time percentage that they have to be in.
Yeah,
And if they don't make that, then they can't start the race.
yeah. So,
Are they that far behind?
well, like as a team, like when you factor in both drivers, they're 3.98 seconds behind. So not great. When you think about that over the fact that you think you'd see gaps like that in quali, right? And that's
Yeah.
1 day, one scenario, 15 minutes,
Yeah.
3 laps,
Yep.
right? 3 good laps.
Yeah.
So you see gaps like that. These guys had 6 days
Yeah, yeah.
over 2 separate weeks.
They should get somewhere
They
close.
should have probably been a bit closer than that. It's concerning. And like when you really put that into context, back with the lap numbers too, like Lance Stroll got like 30 something laps in. He didn't even get a whole race in.
Yeah, did
Like
they have to
that's not
share the
even a
car or
complete
something like that?
Yeah. So they can't be. It's one car that
Yeah.
does the that
Okay.
does the testing. But you like each driver should at least do 72 laps, which is
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
longest race that they
Yeah.
have. Lance did 30 something.
Yeah, they probably don't
Didn't
really.
even get through half a race.
He's probably got no influence on the car whatsoever. Just like mid-drive car.
right. And I guess how do you know the background of these sort of things? But
Yeah, just a quick Google then. It's 107%
Of the lap.
of the laps.
Yes. So if they're not in with 107%.
did
then-
that Google tell you what percent they got?
No, this
I
is just
can't do
just
math.
for rules.
Oh, okay. I'm not good at quick
Yeah.
math, but if
To be
anyone
allowed
at
to
home,
to be allowed to start a race, a driver must record a lap in qualifying 1 within 107% of the fastest time, ensuring the slowest cars are not too far behind.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. So not with regards to testing. Yeah. So when we get to the AusGP, so
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we'll see that on Friday.
So what's
on,
an average lap time around
Saturday.
Australia?
Oh,
I
well.
can't remember.
Joe can edit that so we do know, and I'll give you a quick sum.
My app's taking 10 hours to load, so I can't open results.
Minute 19.8.
A minute 19.
Charles Leclerc, 2024.
So that would be 80 seconds. Let's call that 80 seconds.
Quick math.
Times 1.07. 85.6 seconds.
So you can be 5 seconds behind.
Which is,
Yeah. John with the math there being like,
No,
clearly that's what it was.
I was trying to work out how many actual minutes it is. So they'd have to do like a 142.
Okay.
Or slower than
Which
a 142.
sounds pretty slow. Like that, yeah, when you put it into context, it sounds pretty slow.
Yeah, so if they do a 142 or slower, then they're outside that 107%.
We'll see. Saturday will tell.
Yeah, surely
So
that won't happen. I'm pretty sure they could, like the F1 could make exemptions if they are outside that to,
I mean, they could, but
what's the point of having a rule if you're
right?
going to bend it?
Which they will, again, they will sometimes, and given the new regulations and everything else going on, they might. But at some point, it becomes a safety risk, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We can't have you driving a tractor.
Yeah.
Like, you have to
Yeah.
be on circuit and racing.
I guess they'd give them, one shot, pick your game up at the next one. Otherwise,
see how it goes.
Yeah, you can't be 50 laps down if you don't have an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
obviously,
be in the road of everyone else causing an issue.
the longer the lap is, the bigger the time difference is. So if you go to a short track that's only like a 1 minute lap, well, you're obviously got less than your 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so lots to see there, but really didn't expect it. Like, I think everybody expects Cadillac to not do super well
Yeah.
because it's just kind of how it usually goes.
Yeah.
Like, it's their first time, and that's, you get what you get. But to see Aston Martin pulling numbers like that,
Yeah. It's
especially
pretty
with
bad.
Adrian Newey on board, like everyone really thought
Maybe they were sandbagging.
Yeah.
that would be iconic. If they pull this off, I'll get an Aston Martin tattoo. If they podium,
You've heard it here.
if they podium in Australia, I'll get an Aston Martin tattoo.
You'll see that on the socials.
Yeah, we promise. Won't happen. That's a sure thing.
Next Friday. Booked it in already.
But yeah, otherwise the rest of the season it's looking pretty good. Only one rookie this year, which is like a little bit sad after we didn't really get the chaos that I thought we would get with
No.
the 6 rookies
Yeah.
like on board last year.
Do you reckon that's because the cars are probably a bit spread out and was probably all a bit sort of boring as a race? You know what I mean? Not lots of togetherness, overtaking, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of that, but I just think the rookies that we had in last, like,
Were good.
they were good rookies.
Yeah.
Like most.
Well,
of
they
them,
all did pretty well, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
Most of them handled themselves pretty well. Everyone got points last year.
Yeah.
No drivers ended up without points, except maybe Jack Doohan and
Yeah.
Franco Colapinto.
Yeah.
They didn't get any points. But aside from them,
So who's Jack driving for this year?
Haas.
That's right.
So he's,
Well, he's
not
not driving, but
he's,
yeah, he's the
he's the
reserve
reserve
driver.
driver
Yeah.
for Haas this year, which is, I think it's good for him. I think Alpine is like the definition of a toxic workplace. I don't think like anyone is ever going to thrive there.
Yeah.
So, I think it suited him not to stay. I think it's ridiculous that they've kept Colapinto though. Colapinto did just as much
Yeah, yeah.
damage throughout the season as Jack did. Like they were both
just as bad.
They were both no
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
right? And I think, Jack can have a season. He's proven himself to be a really, really good reserve driver in the form of testing and providing the team with data and
Yeah.
getting in the sim and doing everything he needs to do to make adjustments for the drivers on weekends. So we'll see if he keeps going. We'll see what technology Haas has. I don't know if they have the money to put
Yeah.
into it like
Yeah.
Alpine did, but we'll see how he goes, and he might get a chance to jump in a seat at some point throughout the season.
Yeah, you never know what'll happen.
Absolutely.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and then we get the return of, I'm so excited. I'm taking my Sergio Perez Force India 11 hat with me on Thursday, just in case. Just in case I see Deco. I'm like, if you're going to get his attention, you're going to get it with a Force India hat, which is like him 20 years ago almost. So I'm really excited to see him in a car that's not built for Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
I loved Sergio Perez prior to him moving to Red Bull. He was one of my favorite drivers. He was one of my top drivers, and then he moved to Red Bull, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
Like whatever it was wasn't clicking. So maybe he's washed. He might be done. He might have had enough, but also maybe not. And I think we're going to see in Cadillac.
Yeah. And like you say, because it is such a level playing field, it might turn out good for him.
Yeah, I feel like Cadillac could do it. Like based on the absolute bonkersness that was last year, like Nico Hulkenberg getting a podium in a Sauber and shit like that. I feel like Cadillac could pull off a podium this year.
Yeah.
I feel like they could do it. How iconic.
Yeah.
How iconic. Probably not. I'll probably eat my words after Sunday. We're probably going to see the absolute shit show that it will be. But until then, I like to hold out hope that it could be a really cool season.
It's going to be a good race.
Yeah.
So who's your tip for the season?
It's got to be Oscar because I have to hold faith. Like, he deserves it. He needs it. But the McLaren is like meh. At testing. It's like not bad, but not amazing.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to tell. The Ferrari showed in testing to look pretty strong, which was the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. But I would like to switch that to be the Ferrari of Lewis Hamilton, please. I wouldn't say no to an 8th/9th World Drivers' Championship for Lewis.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with either of them. Realistically, I don't think McLaren ever let anyone win other than Lando Norris. So
I doubt it. Yeah.
you know.
Is Oscar off
he can do
contract after this year?
I think it's next year.
Next year,
it's
is it?
2027 or 28, like that it expires. He
right.
signed a really long contract. He re-signed.
Yeah, okay.
So did Lando.
What happened with him and Webber?
Great question. They've been so hush-hush about that, and everything that Oscar has said publicly has been like, no, we just decided that he would step back from the races. Like, he's still involved in my management, but not to the degree that he was. No idea. There didn't seem to be any fallout. Nothing's been leaked.
What does that even mean?
Right?
Means
so
there's something going on race days at the team, I'd say.
Yes, right? Like, Mark is putting
you
his
can't
foot in
do
it.
this, yeah.
Yes, is fighting back
Yeah.
because he's watching this exact same thing that happened to him happen to Lando,
Yep.
happened to Oscar. Or maybe Mark Webber just doesn't want to travel around the world anymore.
Yeah.
Which is valid. Like,
Yeah,
that's not been, no one in the media is floating that. Everyone's like, oh my God, something must have happened. But it's like, also, Australians, like, you know, how much longer does he want to keep doing that for? He might just be like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
You can have someone else with the track, like on track with you.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah,
or they could hate each other's guts. Who knows?
You'd find, I reckon the first option's probably more likely because you'd think if they had each other, at least one of them would leak something to somebody who would say something to somebody else and something like that would come out. But there's literally been like nothing.
Yeah. He's 49. So it's not old, but like maybe you've done it for how long?
Yeah, you've done it since you're like 20.
Yeah.
You could be over it by 50.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So there you go. Heard it here first. We believe it's an amicable split.
Yeah.
Well, here's another one. I'm just doing a bit more Googling. His wife's 13 years older than him.
Weber's.
So maybe he wants
right.
to be at home with her.
And Neil.
There you go.
Maybe she's sick and in a nursing home.
We're really just making what like, headlines left, right, and centre here.
Oh, you'll see that on socials next week. Just like, did you see Kim Kardashian's pregnant with Lewis's baby?
Oh, it's
you know
something
what?
about that.
I would obviously not, but I rate them as a couple. I think that's the best matchup to happen this season. Honestly,
So it's a legit thing.
Well, they went to the Super Bowl together, and okay, here's
them
my
being
final
pregnant
statement.
is definitely not a thing.
No, them being pregnant.
No, I
is
know
not a
that,
thing. But here's my final statement. Okay, as a TikTok scroller myself, I was scrolling and I came across Kylie Jenner's like one of her random TikToks she posted. Very cash day. They're just like in one of the sisters' houses, and like 3 or 4 of the sisters are in the house, and they're like wrestling with each other. Super random footage. There's a laugh in the background. The second I heard it, I went to the comments because I'm like, that is Lewis Hamilton laughing. He is in 100%. Like, you cannot prove me wrong. 1,000% that was Lewis Hamilton's laugh because you know it. It's you. If you have listened to it before, you know his laugh. Like,
right.
I didn't need to see that written anywhere to know that that's what it was. And then the second I went to the comments, everyone else was like, Lewis Hamilton is in Kim Kardashian's house. Why would he be in her house if they're not dating?
Yeah.
They're not. You're not inviting like friends like that over to your house for like a random afternoon wrestling with your sisters. Do you know what I mean?
I guess so.
It's kind of weird. So I think they're dating, and I'm all for it. Let the egos just live as egos. You know, let them be. I think.
I guess we'll see at some point over the season whether she turns up to any F1 events.
Iconic. If she's in Australia, I will fly back on the Saturday. I will go back down.
If she was here, you'd know about it already.
Yeah, I mean, probably, but I don't know. I think it could be done. Keep our eyes on the Americas. See if she ends up in the paddock
Yeah.
when they're over there.
Yeah.
Because it could happen.
Yeah, that'll be the one.
There you go. Bringing you all the updates, all the things to look forward to, and all the juicy goss from Jack. Get excited.
I heard an interview of Jack this morning actually on the radio, and they asked him why he didn't go bike racing like his old man, and he said he was about 10 centimetres too tall, a shitload less flexible, and not that crazy.
Yeah, no, those GP, absolutely not.
Doesn't want to go skidding across the thing and end up
Yeah.
in dirt with his arms flinging everywhere.
Those people actually don't care if they live. Like, they're like, here we go. On the bike again. Absolutely not. No thanks.
Yeah, there was a big crash on the weekend actually in Moto 2, and the dude ended up pretty banged up. He's all right, but yeah, got banged up, fell off, got hit by another bike.
Oof.
That other bike hit him into a third bike.
Jesus.
Yeah,
See, no thanks.
he was laying there
I'll
motionless on the
take the
ground for a
car
little
that's
bit.
23% increased for
Yeah.
freaking 8 minivans or something. I'll have that, thanks.
Yeah, that's a bit like us in our race boats. A bit like driving an open deck boat. It's kind of like riding a motorbike compared to sitting in the cockpit. It's like driving a car.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's our F1 news.
There's the F1 news.
All right. Thanks
Stay tuned.
Thanks for
the
coming,
OzGP.
Chels.
Thanks for having me.
In the absence of Hayden.
Yeah.
Who needs him? We'll
Yeah.
be right.
Apparently we don't.
Oh, well, thanks, guys. I'll catch us next time.
Right.
Hopefully you have
Thanks.
a good time down in Melbourne.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Thanks, Chels. All right, so how'd my while go, Joel?
It would have shaped up pretty good because everyone's fast now with all the new upgrades and stuff they're doing. But fucking weather,
Yeah,
typical Yarra.
I did see on socials the weather was a bit ordinary.
So it was blowing its ass off Saturday morning until say midday, 12. I think sort of started getting ready. Wind died off about 12ish, bit after.
They don't run anything on Friday?
No
Nothing,
no one's sort of
Yeah.
everyone's sort of there, but like late arbos and whatnot.
Yeah,
Still setting all their stuff up.
yeah,
Fences and whatnot. And then sat around, and then they GP1 was there. Crusader was there. Yeah.
Yep.
Always pumping, and
They all did some test runs.
yeah.
Transonic.
Transonic. That's the one I'm thinking
I
of.
did see them.
Which
I didn't see
they
any runs or anything, but yeah.
always pumping looked all right. It sounded like it had a little bit of a miss.
Yeah, okay.
But it could have been like a flutter, like it was a miss, but it still could be like a boost flutter
Like a wastegate fluttering
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah, righto.
because it was there sort of mid and high. It wasn't really down low.
Yeah, okay.
Whether it's just a small little electrical misfire doing that, but it was hard to tell. But it didn't look shit.
Good. Yeah, right.
It wasn't fast because it was just it was rough.
Yeah.
Transonic just run around like it normally does.
Yep.
GP1 had an issue,
That's not good.
but I don't know what it was. They fired it back up at the end, but never went back out because it was getting a bit late.
Yeah, okay.
Crusader looked good.
Yeah?
Looked pretty strong, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Nothing was fast
that's
because
nice.
it's just too
Yeah,
rough.
it's too rough, yeah.
But yeah, so they were in between all the practice and the quali. Fair few, well, not a few, I think it was 3 boats go over. One of the F4s went over.
Yeah.
Kale and Bailey, first one.
Oh, yeah. I did know that because Craig rang me on Sunday.
It was pretty soft.
Yeah.
So I think it's sort of, I don't know if he's lost the arse a little bit. Like it's just come out of the corner and just popped
Oh,
and
yeah.
tripped, and it was pretty soft.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't.
Because it was pretty rough, it's probably pretty easy to do something.
Yeah, and it was sort of like halfway to the exit of the corner sort of thing.
Yep.
It was behind the tree, so no one really seen it, but everyone that was on the track said it was pretty slow as it went over.
Yeah, righto. Who were the other ones?
Fuck, I can't remember. Mercury, Caleb Frost.
Oh, yeah.
He had a bit of a sort of half a spin and then barrel roll.
Yeah.
So
okay.
sort of, but it was fast.
Yep.
So lost the arse and it just done a full barrel roll and landed upright. And then he started it sort of straight away, and then he just did fucking donuts.
Oh, yeah.
And on races on the radar, he's knocked out, get to him. But he broke the as he's probably steering into the left, and the water pressures on the engine snapped something up the front in the
yeah.
the steering column somewhere bolt or something.
Yeah.
So he's just full locked left.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why he was doing circles.
Yeah,
because he started like, fuck, I don't want this to sink, like fucking $100,000 engine.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they towed him back. That must have been in 3, because I can't think of the other one.
Yeah, okay.
Unless there was that I can't think of.
The F4 one was pretty soft.
The F4s, yeah, they're always pretty. Just
yeah.
He rolled in the corner. But yeah, just rough. Like wasn't rough like white cap and rough shit. It was just sloppy and messy, like what Yarrow is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they did practice quali. Then race 1, and then race 2 was going out, and it was late in the Arvo, like it was 5:30, 5:45. Then they got the day extended.
Yeah,
because they were trying to get some stuff done, but it was just nothing was going through. The F4s need a kick in the ass because they're very useless at getting in their boats and getting ready. I think it's mainly because they're young.
Yeah.
So they want to be out because they were putting them in between the heats, like the two groups.
Yep.
So they're standing out in the fucking bank, watching boats go around. And Laurie was out. They asked him to be the ramp dude, and he's up there going, "Come on, you've got to go." And I was getting the shits because we were all the second heat.
Yeah.
So it's just making the day longer and longer.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm up there into him, and then one stage I went up there, grabbed someone else's quad, and said, "Well, you got to go." Yeah, we're ready. We're already getting in the boat. And old mate was getting in the boat, so I've grabbed his boat, pulled it out because they weren't hooked up to nothing, dragged it out, hooked it on the quad, down the boat ramp. And as he's going past his old man doing something, he goes, "Oh, did we put fuel in it?"
Yeah, right.
I was like, "You're kidding? You've been sitting up there for an hour or two."
Yeah.
But I think it's just young and
but
just got to learn.
Even still, they should be.
They should be better, but yeah.
Should be being told that. That's where I'm a massive fan of, sticking to a time frame. I know you can't stick to a time frame because if something goes wrong, like an accident or whatever, it fucks your time frame straight up. But if you're not ready, you're not ready. You don't wait for nobody.
No, that's right. That's what I never had a conversation with anyone after that because we sort of all packed up and left on the Sunday. But I was going to be like, you're just going to have to start leaving people.
Yeah.
If you're not there, like everyone else is, like all the GP boats are ready. Boom, boom, put them in. Like it's a hard ramp because it's a 2-boat ramp. Like you've been there.
Yeah.
And it's tight. Like they're in that little area, parking lot.
Yeah.
So there's stuff all room to do U-turns and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone sort of gets like all the GP boats. Yep, we're sort of get in there ready. But they're just fucking. And there's only 5 of them. Like it's not that hard.
Yeah.
But I think that's just something they got to learn, or someone's just got to miss.
Yeah.
Unlucky. Sorry, you weren't ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the timer. You practice.
Once they miss one, they won't miss another.
No, well, even if it's just practice, like your practice is 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Timer's starting. You're not out there. Oh well, too bad.
Yeah.
Or quali, same as quali. You got 10 minutes or whatever you got. You're missing 5 minutes of it. Oh well.
Yeah.
But yeah, but then so back to the race and that's when Carlin crashed at the end. So it was like 10-6.
Yeah, right. Far out.
So and the shut off was 6 o'clock and they were out. No, sorry, we'll run it tomorrow. I said, well, that ain't fucking happening, but we'll try.
Yeah.
So it's called a non-event. No points were awarded.
Oh yeah, because
only one heat got to run.
Yeah.
So, but I did suggest, because everyone turned up there and a few others didn't turn up, they should all get 20 points or
should get something.
Yes, to
say
separate
you showed up, yeah.
I don't know what point score they run. I thought they were changing it, but I'm not 100% sure. So even if they are getting, if they still run the APBA points, give them 100 points or something like that.
Everyone should just get last place points.
All that, yeah.
Whatever,
Yep.
the worst one. Or, not last place, but whatever, however many boats there were, whatever that would be. But everyone just gets that amount of points.
Yeah, I didn't have I don't know what their point system is because they were looking at getting away from the APBA points.
Yeah,
because they're just a bit shit.
Yeah.
Too far apart.
Yeah.
I don't know what they've done. But yeah, other than that, it was all right. Typical. It was a bit slow. Like the wind doesn't help when you can't put stuff on the water and it's and everyone gets a bit in a slow mode. Like Saturday just seemed like everyone was a slow mode. And
yeah, once everything starts getting delayed, everyone thinks, "Oh, I've got ages.
Yeah.
It's getting delayed."
And the GPs and the inboards, they would have got 3 runs each easily.
Yeah, right.
So they weren't. Yeah, that sort of does delay it a fair bit once you're starting it after lunch.
Yeah,
and given them like they've paid money, so they've got to get a go.
yeah,
Not that they all travel real far, but still.
yeah.
Yeah. So the next one's
Yarrawonga.
Yarrawonga. Yeah. Let me back down there. Also, they call that one Malwala because it's on the Malwala side.
Yeah. You watch any sport over the weekend?
Nah. I did see a lot of highlights from NASCAR.
Oh yeah, I didn't see any of that. I seen one of the reels with SVG giving someone the peace sign out the window.
Yeah, I seen an interview with him about that. He's like, all he's like racing over here. There's windows and so you can't do that. He goes, fucking loving it over there.
Yeah.
Driving past people, waving, thanks for the pass.
Yeah,
because he did a mad dive bomb.
Yeah,
up the inside and around 3 people, and he's waving out the window. Thanks
for letting me out the inside.
Yeah, he did. Think I don't know what car it is, but it's the O'Reilly Auto Parts series.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. They're obviously not the Cup cars, but they're obviously something similar. He got first in that one, and then Tyler Roddick got first in the Cup series.
Yeah. Okay. And where
Gizzy got second in that.
Oh yeah, righto. Okay.
He goes, I've never been, like, it must have been a pretty good finish or something, because it goes, you shouldn't be disappointed for second, but I am.
Yeah.
But
that's
that's
a street track too. That one.
That was
road course. What was they called?
Road Americas or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
Reddick's going alright, isn't
he? Yeah. So even in the whole championship, not that they've had many, but Gizzy's 5th or 6th.
Yeah, that's fucking alright.
Yeah, it's like 90 points down, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
From the lead, and then Reddick's that's 3 in a row for him for Michael Jordan's team, 23x1 or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 3. It's actually 4 in a row, but they must have a race pre-season.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That doesn't actually sort of count in the points standings.
Yeah, right. Or did he win one at the end of last year?
Oh, that might have been. I don't know. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't look that far into it, but they said it's 4 in a row, but it might be 3 this year. It's 3, definitely 3 this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Michael Jordan's been fucking pumped.
Yeah.
You see, there's a lot of videos of him there.
Yeah. It was, like we said last week, it was pretty funny watching him stand next to him. How they look like midgets.
Yeah.
I watched the MotoGP over the weekend.
Oh yeah, they had Simon that had that on the transporter.
Oh yeah, they were in Thailand, so the time difference wasn't too
so
bad.
Yeah,
but the one of the coolest things, they had a tuk-tuk race.
Oh, that'd be
with
sick.
The little 3-wheel tuk-tuks, and they had so they raced them around the track, and obviously it's your team. So the 2 people in it, one's riding, one's in the back.
Just a bit of weight transfer too.
Yeah, well they swap drivers and shit too. Like so Miller and Toprak end up winning that.
Yeah, right.
So
actually, I did see a video of that, and I thought it was just something fun they did around.
Yeah,
town.
They raced it. I can't remember. So yeah, Miller in that one. But there's a couple of reels going around of them, like Miller on the back while Toprak's riding.
Oh, did a wheelies?
Dump the clutch and try and do wheelies.
I did see that. Yeah.
But there was another team, I forget who it was. I'd have to go back through some of the things on the app and have a look. But one of the teams full just cut across the grass.
Oh, like full shortcut.
Yeah, for a shortcut. That was pretty funny.
That's some of the best stuff you could do at a racetrack.
Yeah, just entertaining shit like that.
Yeah, because you're not like
but they no helmets or nothing on it. It's just cool.
Like you can get hurt, but you're probably not because you're sort of
Well, you're driving sort of sensible enough. They're probably not fast enough to do anything stupid on.
You're not doing. Yeah, well, I suppose they're really slow anyway.
Yeah.
You want to be able to bump so you're not fucking flat out anyway.
Yeah. No, it was pretty funny. Just and the driver swaps. They got to quickly get out of the back and run to the front and jump in, and that was pretty funny. I watched Miller and Toprak's driver change, And Top Rack wasn't in the car, and he's saying, "Go, go, go!" And he's like, "I'm waiting for you," and he's like, "I'm fucking pushing it."
Yeah, right. It's like back in the day when they did the adults in their junior boats.
Yeah. It was entertaining to watch. If you haven't seen it, you're obviously
I'll
not
have
into
to-
MotoGP and haven't seen any reels. But if you would like to, go get the MotoGP app or something like that and flick through some of the things.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see it there. It'll be pretty funny.
I'll have to have a look. I did see a reel of the wheel stand.
Oh yeah, yeah. So anyway, I'll run through the race. I sort of only watched the I didn't watch the Moto 3, but the Aussie dude in Moto 3, Joel Kelso, he finished down the thing a fair bit, 16th or something like that. I think I can't actually remember, but I didn't actually watch it. That's just But I did watch the Moto 2 race, and the Aussie dude, he had a good start, and he was up in the top part, and then he slowly started disappearing. I think something was wrong with the bike because he finished a fair way back. Actually, he might have even finished like a lap down or something like that.
Yeah, right.
But he was involved in a bit of a crash. So
Yep.
not him directly, but so this guy, I forget the guy's name, David Alonso, I think it was. Yeah, he was obviously catching Senna because Senna was going slow. He was getting picked off by bike after bike, and he must have just clipped the back of his bike, and he's just lost it and crashed on the ground. But then the next bike behind Alonso has slammed into him, himself on the ground, not the bike, and knocked him, and then knocked him into Senna's bike, like into the side of the bike, like near the wheel and shit. And then he laid motionless there on the ground for like a little bit, and then got up, and it was all good. But yeah, it was pretty scary seeing someone lay motionless there on the fucking track. The last time I seen someone do that, the dude was actually fucking dead.
Yeah, right.
So
That's lucky not to get, like, if you hit in the back of the bike, to go up inside the frame, like into the wheel, in between the wheel and the frame, and get real fucking jammed up.
Yeah, he's dead set lucky when he hit the other bike. But yeah, the bloke that ran into him, I forget his name, but he would have felt like shit too. Like you've just run into an actual person, and then you look over after your bike finishes crashing, and he's just like laying on the ground, not moving.
Yeah.
You'd be thinking, fuck.
Fucking oath.
Yeah. But anyway, that was that. And then the MotoGP stuff was pretty cool. It was a lot closer than it was last year. So the Aprilias have stepped the game up. Obviously, they've thrown down the gauntlet and said, fucking come catch us.
Yeah, right.
So in the GP, I'll get the sprint race in a minute, but the GP, the 4 Aprilias on the grid finished in the top 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they won. Benzeki won, which I kind of thought he would win. He was the one I sort of said last week because in testing he was going really good. But he ended up fucking crashing in the sprint, so that fucked him.
Oh, really? Yeah, right.
He crashed out of lead, just got pressured by Marquez.
Yep.
And, Marquez and Pedro Acosta on the KTM, they were battling at the front, like passing each other flat out the whole time during the sprint race. And in the end, Marquez got a penalty and had to drop one position, so he come across the line second, and Pedro Acosta won it on the KTM.
Yep.
But both of them kind of felt like the penalty wasn't a thing. Even Acosta didn't think it should have been a thing. He's like, why is he passing me? Like, even before the finish line, he's like standing up, like looking around, like, why are you letting me pass, sort of thing.
Oh, right.
I wasn't expecting a penalty out of it.
Yeah.
Because Marquez he did a bit of a dive bomb into one corner, and he probably did run a little bit wide, but he didn't really touch Pedro. Pedro sort of stood the bike up a couple of times and kept trying to get round the outside, but couldn't. And Mark kind of ended up on the outside ribble strip, so Pedro went off the track a little bit, but still come back on in second. And Marquez obviously got a penalty for that, so he had to drop that position back. So Pedro won, but that's the first time. So even after that, so I'll go to the GP now. I think who got third in that? Must have been Fernandez. Yeah, I think Fernandez got third in that. So then in the GP, like I said, Benzeki won. Fernandez got second.
All right.
On the other team's Aprilia. So the factory Aprilia got first, and then I forget the team name. How the fuck do I forget that? Anyway, the second tier Aprilia team, they got second, and then Pedro Acosta got third on KTM, and then fourth was Martin, which is 2 years ago, world champion, who didn't race all last year just because he had an injury pre-season and got back on the bike a couple of times and couldn't ride it properly, so he just sort of had a couple more surgeries and whatever and sat it out the rest of the season. But yeah, he looks like he's back to his form, running fourth. And the Marquez brothers both didn't finish. So Mark was running about fourth or fifth or something, and he couldn't match Benzecchi. They were gone, and Fernandez were gone. He was battling with Acosta and Jorge Martin, and I don't know what happened first, whether his tyres shit itself and then he's run off the track, or he's run off the track and that's damaged it. But he's basically blown his tyre, but didn't blow the tyre. That's what we all sort of thought, but it's damaged the rim. So the rim's got like, well, they reckon if you slow the footage down, like they were saying on the coverage, I haven't actually seen it, but they were saying on the coverage they had the footage and they slowed it right down. You could see the rim was damaged in like 3 separate spots, but you could clearly see one spot where it was a massive big dent in the rim. So the tyre just obviously couldn't seal. There was no bead left there to seal on. So that's, I don't know how he stayed on the bike actually. Like,
fucking struggle,
going out like that. But yeah, so he got the DNF. And his brother just crashed, like I think it was the same lap or maybe a lap later.
Just out of
and just lost it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Overriding maybe.
Acosta was lucky. He lost the front end towards the end. No, I think it wasn't towards the end. It was still in the middle of the race when he was still battling with Mark, I think. He's come around, I think it was the last corner, turn 12, and he's lost the front a bit. And his elbow and his knee just jammed in the ground, and stood the bike back up and caught it back up and kept going. Didn't even run off the track.
I don't know how they do that sort of shit.
So, yeah, he's actually leading the championship.
Oh, yeah.
Pedro Acosta on the KTM. So, first time KTM's been leading a MotoGP World Championship. So
first time ever?
Yep, first time ever.
Wow.
And Acosta is still... He still hasn't won a GP race. He won the sprint. That was his first one, but he still hasn't won a GP race. And he's second on the all-time list of podium finishes before a win. And I think he's on 11, and the only other person in front of him is Colin Edwards on 12. So if he gets one more podium without a win, he'd be the most podiumed rider without a win in the GP.
I mean, that's not... Like, it's a pretty shitty stat, but it's still pretty cool that I'm up the front.
You're up the front the whole time. You just can't get there. Yeah, but there's lots of talks going on that he's going to be Marquez's teammate next year on the Ducati.
Oh yeah, righto.
But maybe he might not want to leave if Ducati's not going to be up there, because Pecco on the other Ducati, he was nowhere either. The highest Ducati I think was the VR46 team.
Yeah,
right. Might have been D'Antonio or Digi, they call him. Yeah. So yeah. It was pretty good, pretty close racing. And actually towards the end, so Fernandez burned his tyre out, so he was getting caught. So he was running second the whole race, and then Acosta just passed him sort of in the last couple of laps.
Yeah, right. Just
because his tyre was just gone. So, and they were showing images of Benzecchi's tyre like towards the end as well, and there was a big clear like mark in the centre of it where it was it was pretty fucked too.
All over, yeah.
But it's pretty hot in Thailand, so and they're lots of fast corners and stuff, so you probably fuck the tyres pretty easily.
It wouldn't be too hard to fuck a tyre because you're on it, and they do like to slide them, and you'd have to be really controlled on not getting on it 100%. Yet. And
the Miller and the Yamahas, they're fucking nowhere. They were like last, second last, third last, and fourth last in the Yamahas. Actually, that's a lie. I think one of the other KTMs was the Tech 3 KTMs. I think Vinales, he had an issue, so he was in the middle of them. But I think, the 4 Yamahas were in the bottom 5, put it that way.
Yeah, right. Wow.
And there's one of them's a former world champion. And they're all,
So it's not the riders, it's the team or the bikes.
Yeah, obviously they're not doing as good with that new engine as they were kind of hoping, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, next one's in Brazil, which is in, I think it's like the 20th of May, so a couple of weeks.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, we'll get into that a bit later. All right. So
I watched a few reels of the Supercross.
Oh yeah,
and you see Tomac picking his trophy up.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Oh, that fucking looked like it hurt.
Oh, fucking hell.
He does. Well, you
There's
can't.
a fair chunk of tooth on the
Fuck
ground.
yeah. There's a half. Like I think it was his one of the center ones.
Yeah, I don't know which tooth. I just seen the picture of the tooth on the
Oh,
ground. and
fuck.
I've seen a few cartoons of him with a tooth missing.
Yeah. Yeah, this way he picked it up, like it was just like you can't pick the base up so I stand up high, so just grab the track or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it just fucking bang. I was like, oh. And just gone. See you later.
Yeah.
Fuck that hurt. I'm out. Poor bastard.
Teeth don't really hurt when you chip them. I mean, they
Nah.
hurt. They're like a. It's like if you chip the tooth
I've
back,
never tripped a tooth. No.
you chip it. It's like just a bad little bang, and like, oh fuck, that was something. But then it's not painful afterwards. Like when you really bang your elbow or something like that, it stays sore for a bit. Well, it does. It doesn't really stay sore, but if it's chipped enough, when you breathe,
You feel the
the
nerve.
cold air going over the nerve. Oh, she's a fucking painful.
Yeah. I don't know how bad it looked. It looked really
It would have
bad.
been bad enough for it to be in the nerves. I'll guarantee that from the amount of tooth that I've seen on the ground.
Because he didn't like if you did chip a tooth, like you see a lot of videos, people chip tooth and like, oh, look, my tooth's chipped.
Yeah.
And he was just, nah, see you later, I've gone.
Yeah, right.
Bailed straight out. It's like, oh, poor bastard.
Yeah.
He's doing well too. Oh, yeah, so
All right.
guess that's sport.
Let's get into.
Hang on, supercars are on this weekend too, with the F1s.
Oh yeah, yeah, they are too. So
There's still no coverage for them, like promotion.
I'm not seeing much either. Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Like if you weren't,
Considering
up
when we said
onto
the
it.
Chelsea, I've seen heaps of the F1 shit. going
Yeah.
on. But like I said, maybe because that was all the new cars. But you'd think, new Toyota, new series.
yeah,
shit
like
going on.
even I haven't seen much of Brad Jones. Like how he was last year, he
Yeah.
was flat out with all the.
Maybe he's just too busy with broken engines and shit.
Well, he didn't even. I watched the video today. He was sort of explaining a couple of bits and pieces. Give the team a day off last week or whenever it was, just to have a rest because they work so hard. But then didn't say much about the engine. Not that they probably know too much, but yeah, it's still odd that there's no promo to it.
Yeah, it is weird. All right, last little bit of sport before we move on. We just got to mention that we've seen on the socials that Ken Lupton's boat is on the boat. He's put it on
was
the
on
ship.
the boat on Sunday.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
get
on,
loaded up.
on its way here. So she's
ca-
definitely coming.
Coming with 3 engines.
Yep, all prepared, ready to go.
I
Did you get any info of what the engines
Yes,
are?
I did. I got off fucking Needry.
Yeah, okay.
I can't remember if it's 2 big engines and a 460 or 1 big engine, 2 460s.
Yeah, righto.
But Needry goes, well, you only need 1 engine. It's 1 race.
Yeah, yeah.
You fuck up in the heat, you're not making it.
Well, you'll have your practice.
Well,
hot laps.
But like in
Yeah,
all,
if you bang the heat, if you bang one in
If you
practice
bang it in
because
practice,
you're
you gotta-
trying
you
and
gotta go
you
again,
miss
but-
it, you miss the tune up or whatever.
Yeah.
Righto, there's one gone. Hot lap, if you bang one in your hot lap, it doesn't actually put you out; just put you on the outside pole for one of your heats.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've often thought that about like things like that where people take fucking a couple of engines. If you miss your heat, you're out anyway. So what's the point?
Yeah.
Unless there's a couple of races
Unless
for
it's
you on
like,
the weekend, which
Saturday,
there will
Sunday
be.
sort
You
of
know,
thing.
you can still run Anzac Cups and shit like that.
Yeah,
you still got
100%.
other races, but yeah,
When you're
the one he's
coming
coming for
you're
that
coming
is- yeah.
that far, you're going to want to race the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, I'm keen to do that.
yeah, and little whispers, there's a couple heading back over next year or so.
Oh yeah. Well, they're already prepared. We're
They're
losing.
preparing for the EA Baker.
Oh yeah, want to bring that home?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
so
That'd really screw the Kiwis up, wouldn't it?
if you get both from me, 100%,
Bring that back here. Yeah.
I reckon they'd just leave a boat over here.
Oh,
They'd come back if they
that would
lost
make
it.
them come back for something.
Yeah, they'd come back with 2 or 3 boats.
They've got to come
or
back
4.
to take at least something though.
It'll fuck their series. 'Cause where would you put the EA Baker? Like,
Yeah, well,
where are you going to run it?
yeah.
You can't run it at Yarra. It's too much on.
Well, you could just do two things, I suppose.
2
So,
meetings.
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose you could do
So
that.
if they linked up with the AFPGP again, you could do
Well,
on the
they'd- yeah.
Mulwala side.
Well, you wouldn't. No,
But you just run it just as that race, just high
you
point.
wouldn't fit enough boats. I don't know
Yeah.
not enough room on that point.
Even if they even if they ran them from Yarrawonga, I'm sure you get radio contact.
Yeah,
over
I
to there.
suppose
you
you
could run
could
them
do that,
from there,
yeah.
but yeah, still, yeah.
But other than that, well, Glen Maggie or something like that.
Yeah, once we've got it, doesn't matter. We can take it wherever.
You're not going to run it at
Taree.
You're not going to run it at Taree. You don't fit enough boats.
Yeah, you fit plenty of boats in Taree. They run GP Worlds up there.
I suppose.
Yeah, plenty of places.
Yeah.
We'll have it back anyway. One other little bit of sporting news, which is a bit sad.
Yeah, I was a bit shocked when I seen that.
Old Mackay Diva died.
It's 27,
Yeah.
I think.
Yes, it was 27. So it was a 99 model horse.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's died. Only
Good
horse to ever win the Melbourne Cup 3 times.
Yeah.
I think it's the
Did
only
a fair few other
only
bits and
colt
pieces.
to win it more than once.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. So yeah.
Did they... Oh, it was a colt, so it didn't breed.
No. I didn't hear why she died or anything, but
No, they didn't
But,
say
yeah.
anything. Oh, fuck, 27's a fair stint for a horse, but isn't it? I don't know.
I've got no idea. Don't know what the average age for a horse is, but yeah. It's a pretty good horse in its day. I can remember watching the Melbourne Cups. Obviously, we don't mind getting into a bit of a punt. I had a bit of a punt day on the weekend too.
I was trying,
Yeah.
because when there was no racing on, I was like, it's getting like to 12 o'clock. First
Yeah.
race is at 12:30.
The last couple of Saturdays, I've been putting a few bets on, just small bets, just little $5
Oh, yeah.
bets, spending sort of $50 for the Saturday, and yeah, I've finished in front. The both Saturdays I've done it, not by
yeah?
much, by 20 odd bucks.
Yeah, right.
The only thing that cost me in last Saturday was your shit horse
Yeah, fucking.
meant to win, and it fucking runs
They
last.
They run him too hard. Andrew Atkins did say, I think he's due for a spell.
And they're giving him one more run.
And they give him run more one on Friday. So when this comes out, he'll be running at Newcastle.
Yeah,
I don't know what race yet, but he's nominated for Newcastle.
yeah. So anyway, yeah.
But yeah, so I just did that. How long a horse will live, and it's 25 to 30 years.
Oh yeah.
So he did
So
pretty
it's-
average.
Yeah, got to the minimum.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
hang on. Lifespan after racing, many live another 15 to 20 years. So that's probably about right anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hang on. There's something there. Black Caviar. Famous Black Caviar retired young, but is still living comfortable in retirement.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's breeding too, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
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 Yeah, well,
I think
it's-
it's had a couple.
Yeah, it's one of its offspring just had the record sale at the Moons
Oh,
last
yeah.
year, didn't it?
Yep. I
Yeah.
do remember something about that now.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's your sport. All right, we'll get into clear as day, clear as mud. Thanks to Addicted Marine Performance Parts.
Clear as day, clear as mud, rule book review.
So it was Hayden's throw at the dartboard this week, but because he's
He
decided
missed
to,
fucking phenomenally.
because he's decided to leave us, Joel's taken it up, and fuck, it was funny.
I think I threw 13 darts.
Yeah, before he got one. It took a while before he actually got one in the fucking board.
No, I got one in the board straight away.
Yeah, but it was no number.
I was on the edge of the
and then
board.
there was a whole heap of boards and buckets and bricks. And yeah.
Dog's water bowl.
And then finally got one in, and he landed on number 6, which moves us to page 72, which is a bit of a crappy page.
Before we get too far into that, do you want
Oh
to...
yeah, I should mention that. So we got a message last week from a listener.
No, it's today.
Oh, yeah. Well, after last week's episode,
Yeah.
about our rule from last week, one of the rules. So the first one of all the ones was each boat trailer in the pit area.
Sorry, I changed it on you. Yes,
Yeah,
it was
each
the first one,
boat
yeah.
trailer in the pit area must have a minimum of 3 kilo capacity BFC fire extinguisher available for easy access. So we've been told that's a typo. So it's not a BFC fire extinguisher. It's a BCF fire extinguisher. And no, that's not a brand, not one from BCF. It is bromochloro-difluoromethane. That's what the BCF means. And they're actually illegal to use because they're bad for It's
the environment, so it must
Yeah.
be something with the foam or something like that.
Yeah, so they were meant to be used because they have no residue left over afterwards. Because when it gets stored under pressure, it's a liquid, but then when it comes out, it turns into a gas, and that gas is obviously bad for the environment and the ozone layer and shit. So they're actually illegal. So that rule either needs to be modified. So hopefully someone from the APBA might be listening here. That rule either needs to be modified to a better extinguisher or erased altogether, because we can't use those fire extinguishers.
Yeah, just put a whatever.
Yeah, whatever standard
The
CO2 one or whatever they are. Yeah,
because they've been banned since 1995.
Yeah,
Legal for the public to own or use BCF yellow fire extinguishers.
Yeah. Yeah, so don't use them.
So we learned something.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll get back to where we were. So we're on page 72 this week. I messaged Mikey to get his thing, and there's only really 2 sections on the page. It's because we're in the gay outboard section. I probably shouldn't say gay because it might offend the gay people that we're relating them to outboards.
Yeah.
It definitely won't offend the outboard people calling them gay, so maybe we shouldn't say that. So there was F1 or SST 120, so we just thought we'll stick with the F1 part because it's pretty straightforward, we assume. So here we go. 1205.20, formula classes and engines and specifications. So 1205.21 is Formula 1, and there's just a little, I guess that's not a graph,
chart,
it's a table
yeah.
of what the engines are and what ECU they're allowed, and a rev limit. I'm not going to go through all of them because they're all just different options that you can have in the Formula 1 class. So you can have like your 2 litre carburetor, your 2 litre EFI, 2.4 litre carburetor, 2.5 litre carburetor, 2.5 EFI. There's a couple of OMCs and a couple of Yamahas. So yeah, if you want to know what they are, they're all very straightforward. It says what you can do and what you can't do, and yeah, that's it. So that one's clear.
Clear as day.
All right, 1205.211. Any boat that does not meet the combinations listed in this rule but complies with all other APBA rules may apply for a parity ruling, specification, and special inclusion. So basically, if you don't have one of those engines, you have another engine, which I'm going to assume is...
Which is what Caleb Frost is doing at the moment with the APX.
Probably when you're getting into... Yeah, 4-stroke stuff and that sort of stuff. Yeah, but he's not running in Formula 1. He's running in...
No, they're in the GP class,
so,
but yeah, similar
yeah,
narrative thing.
Yeah, so if you get into a newer engine and, you know, if you want to try match it with parity, you can get a special inclusion. So that's pretty clear, I guess.
Clear as day.
1205.212. A standard 4-gear twin shaft must be used. What the hell does that mean? You're the outboard guy, Joel?
I don't know anything about their gearboxes.
I'm going to assume that's the gearbox, and I'm going to assume 4-gear.
Because the shafts, the two shafts, and they got the 4, they go 2 gears downwards to turn and
2 gears sideways. That's what I was assuming.
Yeah.
Sort of like your diff kind of, a differential kind of thing in a car. Similar kind of concept.
Which is like the Mark 4 and Mark 6 boxes.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that, like, I don't really know how else you would do that other than be like a flexible shaft, which...
I don't know. So
anyway, if you know about outboard gearboxes, I'm sure that would be pretty clear.
Clear as day.
1205.213. All gearboxes must be weighed and marked by the scrutineers before participating in any practice session or race. So your gearboxes has got to be weighed. Didn't know that.
They do say they're going to check gearboxes, and they never do. And I always wondered what they're checking. So that's obviously what they're checking.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's obviously, that could be different anyway because this is for Formula 1.
Yeah. They adopted that class anyway.
Yeah.
Bits and pieces of it anyway.
So, yeah, that's clear, isn't it?
Yep.
Clear as day.
1205.214. After timed qualifying sessions and each race, the boats that placed first, second, third, and fourth must report to the inspection area for any or all of the following checks: weight, rev limit as per the table above, fuel, or gearbox. Visual inspection that scrutiny mark is still on the gearbox.
Yeah, right.
Pretty straightforward.
Straightforward.
Pretty
I
easy,
thought. Well, click that anyway.
Clear as day.
I thought after quali, everyone got weighed.
Yeah, well,
But realistically, the top four is probably enough. Cause,
well, like I said, that's your GP class. That's not Formula One. So
yeah,
it's obviously a different thing. So if someone wanted to complain that you don't have to weigh me because I finished fifth, well, yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
I don't think you need to worry about it. If you finish in fifth, you're cheating. You're doing something wrong.
Yeah. 1205.215. Aftermarket flood lead style tachometer can be added by the club to any boat at any time at the discretion of the committee. These will be checked by an official as the boat exits the water. A crew member must be available to assist official with the removal of the engine cowl. This must not be tampered with by anyone other than an official. Failure to comply will result in disqualification. That's pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Clear as that one.
If they want to stick a tacho, like if an official wants to stick a tacho on the boat, they can do so.
Yeah.
What are those ones like? Have you seen one of them? Like
No, I haven't seen one of them. No, I'm assuming it's similar like those.
It's be just a
Ames
counter,
one.
I'd say.
So just the wire wraps around the number one lead
And it
and just goes to a tacho. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it just goes to their highest rev,
Yeah.
or it might have a counter of 3 of the highest,
Yeah.
like the oval track
Yeah,
ones did.
yeah. Anyway, she's clear.
Clear as day.
Yeah, so that's the last one. So that's all of them.
Clear as.
They're all straightforward.
We've had a fair few straightforwards on the last few weeks.
There's probably not too many Formula One actually races that go on, is there?
I don't think there's since that GP class now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they don't really.
Yeah, it's
run.
either Formula GP or Unlimited Outboard.
Yeah, so no one contests.
Yeah.
Was there still the Australian title for it? As far as I know,
There would be if someone wanted to run it. Yeah.
because the GP is not an Australian title.
No.
The only one they run now is the F4.
Yep.
Which is why they changed their rules a little bit
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the point scores, and they don't have to stick to the APBA rules.
Yeah, yeah. All right, questions. We didn't get any questions this week, did we?
Not as far as starting the recording.
So I do have a question, but I'd rather ask it because it's a bit of a general question. It's not so much motorsport related. So I'd rather ask it when Hayden's here so we can all have a bit of input on it. So I'll hold my question over again.
Postpone it again.
If you want to send a question in, you know where the link is. It's in the episode. It's on the top of
fucking
the
everywhere.
page. Find it, send it.
You know what?
Easy as.
I didn't get any replies or any comments about forgetting to do the weekly post about the episode being out.
Oh, yeah. Well, I did.
Yeah, you did, but that was like well late in the day too.
I went looking to share it and I was like, oh, it's not there.
Yeah, well, I did forget because we were going out and
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck, I'll do that in the morning. And then went to work and didn't do it. And then there was nothing happening at work, so I left work early. I was like, oh, fuck this, I'm going.
All right. So how's the pit crew going? Plenty of shit going on in there.
It was a bit slow through the weekend, I think, unless Payden was sharing a few things that I didn't see. But it's still getting heaps of stuff shared, like massive amounts.
Yeah. It's cool being in there.
And some good stuff. Like,
It's nice that all our
there's
listeners
mostly
can
just
communicate with each
videos
other.
and photos and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice that all our listeners can communicate with each other.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah. Our footy tipping, I should have counted because heaps of people got in
At the last minute.
at the last minute.
So, yeah. I'm actually doing pretty good in the footy tipping. I've got 2 from 2 so far. So if you're not in there,
So we got 20.
if you're not in there yet,
And
you can still jump in. You can jump in whenever you like, but obviously the longer you hold off, the more games you miss out. But missing 2 games probably isn't that big of a deal.
and if you
Because most people probably only got 1. I mean, I got 2, and,
I got
and there was,
one. There was-
another guy or a couple of guys that got 2.
only 2 of you, Greenie and you.
Yeah, so you're not that far behind anyway. You're only 1 point behind most of
I
us.
don't know what Brennan did because he missed the first game. So you missed picking,
Retard.
you're going to get 1.
So if you want to get in there, get in there. So what would you say about
But if you're already on the ESPN app, picking
already got
for
tips
something, all your tips will just go over when you join the group, so you won't have missed out on anything.
Yeah, it's only if you haven't.
Yeah.
Haven't been on
Also,
ESPN.
the AFL starts this week.
Yeah, so you haven't missed out at all on the AFL one, so get into it. There's going to be a prize.
Yeah, for both of them.
And trust me, it'll be worth your while. It's cool. We just don't want to say what it is because we haven't 100% confirmed it. So we don't want to be one of those people that say,
There is
you'll
something
get this,
coming.
and then it falls through and you don't get it. So.
Could be a test ride. You never know. Strap a school seat to the back of the cell.
All right. So the footy tipping's all underway. Meme of the week.
Meme of the week.
Did Hayden send one in? Are we going to use Hayden's one, or he misses out because he's not here?
If you're not here, you're not here.
Fair enough.
He did send one in last minute and only just got it. But too late.
I can't even remember mine. Mine's from a while ago.
Mine's pretty good. I like mine. It's a bit of, what's the word? Perspective, I suppose. I don't know. You might be able to tell me a better word, but.
Let's have a listen.
Right.
When we understand that each day isn't one more day, but one less, then we can start giving more value to the things in life that truly matter. I've been munching on that food for thought. Mwah.
Yeah, it does make
It's a different look at it.
Different way of thinking. You're right. It is a different perspective.
Same as, it's sort of when I've seen that, it's the same as the other podcast we're listening to with old mate that's got the terminal cancer.
Yeah.
It's literally one less.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, yeah, if you look at life like that.
Yeah. Yeah, not just, it's one more day. Actually, it's one less day I've got now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gets you motivated to probably get shit done, I suppose.
Yeah. If you look at it as a race thing. Like if you're leading up to a race, you've got one less
I'm
day.
running out of time. I'm running out of days.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad way to look at shit, I suppose.
Right, here's yours.
Hey, John, want to hear a joke? Yeah! Little Johnny's in class, and the teacher said, Little Johnny, tell me a story with a moral in it. Well, Johnny thinks about it. He says, all right, I got one. There's this horse and this chicken that are playing out in the meadow. Well, the horse ends up falling into some quicksand, and he's sinking quickly, so he tells the chicken, run back to the farm, get the farmer, and get me out of here. So the chicken runs around. He can't find the farmer anywhere, so he hops in the BMW, backs the BMW up to the quicksand, ties a rope around the bumper, throws the rope to the horse. Horse grabs on, chicken jumps in and pulls him out of there. Horse is so thankful. A couple weeks go by, they're out playing in the meadow again, and this time the chicken falls in. He says, run back to the farm and get the farmer. The horse thinks, well, I can just stand over the top of this quicksand and you can grab a hold of my pecker and I can pull you out. So that's exactly what happens. Horse stands over top of the chicken. Chicken grabs a hold of the penis of the horse and the horse just walks away and pulls him out. Teacher says, that's a weird story, but what's the moral? He says, well, teach, the moral is, when you're hung like a horse, you don't need a BMW to pick up chicks.
That's good.
None of us here probably know about that, so we'll have to buy BMWs.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Alrighty, let's wrap her up for the week. If you want to get in contact with us, do the old email, highspeedgaragepodcast@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, all the socials and stuff. And yeah, we'll see you all
See
next
you
week.
next week.
Bye-bye.
Shout out to Elite Forklifts and Access Equipment. They're your go-to for short and long-term rentals on forklifts and access machines. Plus, they handle all the servicing, maintenance and delivery too. They also supply portable toilets and showers for events and construction.
Also, if you mention the High Speed Garage podcast when you call, you will get a 10% discount on hire and transport. So for all your equipment and amenity needs, remember Elite Forklifts and Access Equipment. And don't forget the High Speed Garage discount.